Yes, very good morning to all of you. Myself, Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Mumbai. So, dear students, in our previous lecture, we have discussed that how the transmission line it will be converted into the half wave dipole. So, we have seen that if we extended the open ends of the transmission line and make it 90-degree angles, so flares will be at 90-degree angles to the feed point, then whatever the generated it is nothing but the half wave dipole. Why we are calling it as a half wave dipole? Because the length of the conductor it is half of the wavelength, right? Now, in this particular lecture, we are going to discuss the basic fundamental antenna that is called as the half wave dipole. So, this particular wave terms it is related with the wavelength. So, if the antenna dimensions it is half of the wavelength like this way, then it is called as half wave dipole. So, if the dipole antenna is having wavelength lambda by 2, that is 50% of 50 half of the full wavelength, then it is called as the half wave dipole. So, here is conductor 1, conductor 2 and this particular total itself it is nothing but the dipole structure. So, this particular dipole structure has a dimension that is length equal to lambda by 2. Now, whatever the input which we want to send with the help of this particular antenna, it is applied to the feed point. So, feed point is nothing but the terminals where we can connect source or the generator. So, whatever the input we want to give to the antenna, it is connected to the feed point. From feed point, then it is given to the antenna, right? Now, in our previous lecture, we observed is that whenever we have fed some energies from source here, this is nothing but the open end of the transmission line. So, that particular energy will be escaped out from this particular dipole. So, whatever the escaped out energy, it is nothing but the radiations from the dipole. Now, as the ends are open end one, voltage standing waves are generated within this particular transmission line, and these standing waves creates voltage nodes and antinodes in this particular dipole antenna structure. So, here you are observing the standing wave voltage and current structures over here. So, if this particular it is nothing but the lambda by 2 dipole. So, here whatever the blue line you are observing here, it will indicate the current within that particular standing wave, and whatever the green line I have drawn here, it will indicate the voltage. Now, first of all, you must know that this particular voltage node, voltage antinode, current antinode, that terminology we first of all must know. So, this particular node and antinode technology, it is totally related with the maximum level or the minimum level of voltage or current. So, when we say that whenever there is a maximum point here, so suppose just a minute, suppose this particular point I will discuss. So, suppose this is your current structure or the current waveform. So, current is minimum at this particular point, minimum at this particular point and maximum at this particular point, right? So, we can say that whenever there is a maximum current, it is current antinode, right? But at that time, if we say that there is minimum voltage, so suppose this green line indicates the voltage level. So, green line it is maximum at this particular point, then 0 or minimum at this particular point, once again maximum at this particular point. So, when there is voltage minimum, it is called as voltage node, right? So, it is voltage node. So, voltage is minimum, current antinode, that is called as current is maximum. Similarly, here it is voltage becomes maximum, so voltage antinode, but at that particular point current is 0, so it becomes current node. Similarly, at this particular point, if current is minimum, then it is current node, but voltage is maximum, so it is voltage antinode, right? So such a kind of terminology we must know about before going to discuss that particular discussion. Now when we say that the length of the half wave dipole, it is lambda by 2, it comes under the category of resonant antenna, because we already discussed about the resonant and non-resonant kind of antenna. And while describing the resonant antenna, we have said that if the length of the antenna, it is multiples of lambda by 2, then it is nothing but the resonant antenna. So this particular dipole antenna is also a resonant antenna because its length is multiple of half wavelength. So here we have drawn, it is lambda by 2. It may be a 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 4 lambda by 2, anything. So multiples of lambda by 2, right? Now if we took the glance look of the resistance of this particular antenna, and just a minute. So this is nothing but the antenna structure. So this is dipole antenna having wavelength lambda by 2, and I have connected the RF source or the energy at the input at center field. Now here what we are observing that as per the previous discussion, this particular line, it is nothing but the current, and this line indicates the voltage. Now I have drawn one more waveform over here, that is nothing but the variation of the resistance. Now what we are observing, this is the peak value of resistance. So this one is the value of resistance, this is the value of resistance. So when we say that resistance is minimum, right, so it is very much down, so at that time current it is maximum, right? Similarly, when we say that resistance here and here is maximum, at that time we say that the current it is minimum. Similarly, for opposite side, when there is minimum resistance, right, so at that time here we are observing voltage is minimum, and when the resistance is more, at that time here and here we are observing the voltage is more. So it is just we have to try to collaborate it with the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So depending on the resistance value, how the current maxima, current minima terminology, voltage maxima, minimum terminologies, voltage node, antinode terminologies, here we have tried to describe, right? Now let us have a look about the radiation pattern of the half wave dipole antenna. So if this is particular half wave dipole, and if I have drawn the radiation pattern of this particular antenna, so it is just a figure of 8. So suppose this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and at exactly center of this particular there is the axis of antenna. So I have placed antenna over here. So at that time the antenna will radiate in both directions, in forward direction and in reverse direction equally, right? So whatever the pattern generated, it is figure of 8. Now where we have placed this particular antenna, exactly that particular position, there is minimum radiation, but the radiation will be increased in this particular forward direction as well as the reverse direction. So the radiation pattern of half wave dipole antenna, it is always a figure of 8 kind of radiation pattern. So this is all about the dipole antenna, half wave dipole antenna. I will repeat once again, half wave dipole antenna is having a length that is half of the wavelength lambda by 2. We have also learned the terminologies regarding current node, voltage node. We have also tried to collaborate this current node, voltage antinode terminologies with the resistance of the antenna, and we have also learned that this particular antenna, it is a resonant antenna because its length is multiples of half of the wavelength. and the radiation pattern of this particular antenna, it is figure of 8. So this is all about the half wave dipole. So thank you very much.